Hello, Dollies!
Hello, Dollies!
We're so excited to present Comfort Cuddle Carlotta. Do you ever feel like you need a lovely, lovely hug?
I do, but I normally go to you.
He
if you're
does
not
normally
there,
go to me. If I'm not there, you might need one of
Yes.
these. So Doggy's going to demonstrate to you, Dollies. There you go.
That's nice.
That's lovely. So we are going to make her in
Oh,
this
she
tutorial.
smells nice as well.
What does she smell?
Lavenders.
Yeah, she's got a lavender bag inside. So let's have lots of fun and make her. She's super, super easy, aren't you? Oh, less of that. Bye. Dollies. Yay. Let's make your cuddle comfort doll. So the first thing that you want to do is cut out your pattern. Mine's quite rudimentary because I'm just creating it. Yours is going to look a lot nicer when you download it. Cut out your pattern and then get some fabric big enough so that you've got one and two sides. Okay, so you've got enough fabric for two. Here I have used an old bed sheet and then I've dyed it with tea bags. It's got a lovely antique-y look. Now the next thing you need to do, Dollies, is just draw around the neck and the head. Just here. You can use permanent marker there because you're going to be sewing on the inside of that. So that doesn't matter, that's a guide. And then, hi! Yes, you're very pretty, yes. So you're going to take your dolly pattern, put your fabric over the top, like so, and then, oh, this is going to be fun with one hand, isn't it? La 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 la. There, and there, can you see? Yes. See, Doggy's at work at the moment. He normally holds my camera. Then look, Dollies, you're going to just draw around that stencil. Easy, easy, perfect face every time. Yes. Yes, I'm going to look like that, you see? Here's one I made earlier. That's what she looks like. So then you're going to draw the outline of the face, and then the next step is, once you've got the outline in, get a permanent marker and you're going to fill in the black, then get these bits nice and outlined like the picture, or like that. Then, Dollies, once you've got your outline, see this one here that I've just done for you earlier, that's outlined and filled in. I've used a thicker permanent marker there. Filled in the lips, and then the last bit to do is the whites of the eyes here. So I'm just going to go away and do that, and I'll get back to you in the next take. Dolly darlings, I wanted to show you my work in progress here. I've got that teeny little bit of acrylic there. The rest is water, so I could mix it there. Use a scrap bit of cloth just to get your paintbrush ready. This is an old makeup one that I used. And then what I did first is filled in the whites first there. Wait for that to dry out. And then I got the super duper dark blue fabric permanent pen my lovely friend Terry sent me. And I'm going to fill these in super duper dark blue, but you can do black. And then I filled in the lips as well with red. And as you can see there, I went over the line. So do your best to do your colouring in a little bit better than me, Dollies. I think I can get away with it. We'll see. We'll have to ask you when you're ready, won't we? So the next thing I'm going to do is finish off. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. To get that curve, it's a lot easier to do that sort of curve that way. So what I'll do is I'll rotate that 180 degrees, so have it upside down, and then it's going to be easier to fill in those bits. See, Dolly, so what I've done is I've gone in, and if that's upside down and I'm working that way, like a moon, half moon, it's a lot easier. The most important thing here is to get that edge really nice and sharp and crisp. I can get that one a bit more crisp. That one's okay. You want the whites to be nice And that's that bit. Another really important thing to remember is put some paper or some fabric underneath so you don't want to get some permanent pen on your nice table. I'm so cute. Yes, you are. You're so cute. Now, what I've done is I've done the eyeliner now with the black. Let me show you there. There we are. Black along there. 3 eyelashes. Both on one side. That's a significant difference on this 1930s drawing. And 2 little blobs for the whites of the eyes. Dollies, don't make the mistake I just did. I put the white dollop a little bit too wet. I've got too much water in there. Wants to be a little bit more dry, so now she's got squidgy eyes. But let's go with it. Let's go with it. I'm sure it'll look lovely. We don't do perfection here at Maria's Doll School. No, we're perfectly imperfect. I don't even believe in imperfect or perfect. We don't do that. We just do delightful. Yay. Okay, so now the best thing about this is that if you make a mistake and you're not happy with your face, it doesn't matter, because look what's happened here. You haven't wasted the whole fabric. You haven't made a whole doll and then didn't like the face. So that's what's brilliant about this pattern, isn't it? Yes, Mummy. Great. So now that, if you're happy, once you're happy with that, then you need to cut out your front hair bit. Ta-di-da, here's one I made earlier. And you want to pin that down or stitch it down so that you've got the 2mm seam allowance around the edge, because you're going to be sewing that along. Okay, so you want to, let's applique stitch that on. You can do that by hand or by machine. I know you look very cool now. All right, let's do that. Dolly darlings, look at this, see? Stitch on. I've pinned it first down before I stitched it. Make sure the little wig cap goes over the black line, because you're going to sew along the black line. What does she mean by the black line? That's what I mean by the black line, the outline of the pattern, the head pattern. Me! Yes, you. Right, where was I? There's too many dolls looking at me. So stitch around in a fanciful style. I've done that. Slip there, doesn't matter. Just do whatever you like here. Or you can applique any fancy fabric, or you can even applique or embroider wool. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with the front of the head. And then what we did on the front, we also need to do on the back. So here's what I meant earlier with your fabric. So make sure you've got enough space for one doll piece there. That's the front. You only need to outline the head. And then make sure you've got enough for the other bit there. So as long as you've got enough bits for front and back, then again, all you need to do is the head, because then all you need to do, now I've drawn that out with pen, so put that bit on the back. All you need to do there is, same again, just make sure you've got to, you go over the line, because that black line there is going to be our stitching line. Make sure it's in the middle bit. So the base that goes down there, as long as it covers it, it's fine. And again, stitch around there. So you're going to have your front and back of head. There we go, that's what I just did. Fancy, fancy little hair pattern there. That's going to be the back of your dolly's head. And that's the front. So that's all good. Now we are going to put the 2 pieces together and do the next bit. Yay. What's that? Forgot. Totally forgot. So now we're going to put the 2 pattern pieces together and sew all the way around. Now the important thing here is that you've matched the front and the back together. So the way that I did it, as we did at the beginning, is we just drew out the neck and the head, didn't we, on both sides. So then what I did is I take that over to the window. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. And then I matched, as long as these 2 lines are matching here, now this one's slightly not matching. So make sure that the necklines are matching there. And then pin that down so that then the front and the back line is as close as possible to each other there. Then once you've matched the headpiece and the neck, that's the most important thing, then that's when you can get your pattern and draw the rest of your body out like that. Okay, and make sure, don't make the mistake I did, Dollies, make sure that there's enough pattern, there's enough paper, there's enough fabric underneath. I made the mistake of cutting it, so I've just did a patchwork here. So just make sure there's always enough underneath for what you want to do, right? And remember, right side to right side, so you've got your head, back and front, and then draw around, and then you want to sew on the inside. You want to sew on the, now here's some I did earlier. You want to draw on the inside of that line. I've used an invisible pen here. I'm testing it out, I'm not sure, but with this pen it's a friction rub. I don't exactly know how it works, but apparently it does rub out somehow. Rubs out with friction. So it's best to have the pen not showing through your stitches otherwise, because when you turn your seam inside out you're just going to get a black line, so it's best to avoid that. So either sew on the inside or use some sort of pen that you can then get rid of. Hello Dolly, here she is. So I have sewed all around the edge of Dolly. She's looking a bit sorry for herself at the moment, but don't worry. Sewed all around, clipped in there, clip around the neck, clip under the armpits, clip in the crotch, and now, and I've left that side opening there to stuff, to turn and stuff, so we're going to go and turn and stuff next. Yay! Yay! So here she is, I've just turned her. You are looking fabulous, Dolly. I've just turned her all the way around with the turning tool, and now we're going to stuff her. We're going to go in the side and stuff her legs and then put a stitch across so that she can sit down. Yay! So Dollies, we have just stuffed her legs. Aren't they fabulous legs? I love those legs. Up until the hip joint here. I've pinned, and now you're going to stitch across there and then carry on stuffing, and that's going to give her a nice way of sitting up. I know, right? Now she's stuffing up beautifully. Look at that lovely Comfort Cuddle, gorgeous body. I've stitched along here so she can sit down, and then Dollies, you might want to have extra comfort value by making a great big lavender bag. Look at this. So just stitch 2 bits of fabric together. It doesn't have to be neat because it's going to go inside. I've filled it up with dried lavender. I shall stitch across and put inside, and then finish stuffing and then close, and then she's ready. Yay, Dollies. Look how gorgeous she's looking. There, sit under the laptop. This is so lovely, look. We've got the nice hip joints here, and we've got the lovely arm joints here. Don't do what I did, Dollies, and sew it after you've stuffed it, because then it makes a mess like that. Ideally, stuff the arm first, then sew, and then carry on stuffing. And now she's ready for her dress. Yay! Hello, Dollies. Doggy's here holding the video camera. Say hello, Doggy.
Hello, Dollies.
Hello, Dollies. Now here we are at the really good bit. It's called costuming, is the posh word. We are going to make Dolly's very easy to make dress. So as it says on the instructions, cut 2 bits of patterned fabric, or whatever pattern you want your dress to be in. And so that's 9 inches by 7.5 inches. And then down, you do a notch at 2 inches, 2 inches there, and 2 inches there, and that will become clear why. Next, what you do is fold in a seam allowance. It can be about 1 centimetre, 1 centimetre and a half, whatever you prefer, it doesn't matter. We don't do perfectionism at Dolly Club, do we, doggy?
No.
No, we don't. As it comes is good enough. So first of all, you're going to only just press between the notches, only the top bit press down. By press, I mean iron. And then you're going to fold the top bit here, press it down, iron it, that's going to be your neckline. And the next step, here's one I did earlier, is you're just going to stitch along there. So it looks like that. That's it, dollies. That's what you do. And then once you've done that from both sides, then what you do is sew both right side to right side. You're going to sew the sides of your dress together from here up to the notch there. From here up to the notch there, and you're going to press that out. So let's go and do that. Thank you. Right then, dollies. So that's what we did next. Stitched down the side seam up to the notch there, pressed it down, did that on both sides. So that's the sides of her dress. And then what you do is just do a little stitch down here. That's it. Thanks for the close-up, doggy. See, I didn't have to ask. You do a stitch from there down, give it a bar tack here, forward and back, and then up. And the main thing you need to do is make sure that this bit is open, because the next step, dollies, is we are going to thread one piece of ribbon through there and another piece of ribbon through there. So if you've ever made a drawstring bag, it's exactly the same technique for the dress. The other thing that you can choose to do is, so this is what her dress will look like the right way round. The arms are going to come out of here, and that's going to be around her neck. You can either press and sew the hem like that, or you can choose to put a very lovely trim on the bottom of that. So let's go and do that bit next. Oh, and there's some little feet that want some attention, and there's a little panda dress. What could that be?
What could that be?
Zoom in a little bit more, doggy. Zoom in. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Is it a panda girl? Is it a doll? Is it a panda? Is it a wooden doll? This is the cloth doll school. Who are you? Please reveal yourself. It's Hitty. It's Hitty. My friend made me this beautiful Hitty doll. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? She's wearing a pandy dress.
Because you love pandas, don't you?
Pandas.
She loves pandas.
She just wanted to say
Pandas
hi.
and dollies, your two
Pandas, dolls and
favourite
kittens.
things.
Yeah, and you, doggy, of course. All done. Look how cute she looks. Oh, ready for your cuddle. I'm ready for my cuddle. Come and get your cuddle. I smell of lavender in here. I'm really cute. Look at my hair and look at my legs and body. What a gorgeous cuddle comfort doll. Hello dollies, thank you so much for watching the tutorial. Now if you want to make your own comfort cuddle dolly, all you have to do is go to mariasdollschool.co.uk/shop, or for ease, go into the description and click on the link there and get your pattern. Enjoy making the doll, and please like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Bye dollies.